Good morning, team. I'm Corey, and thanks for joining me on this Sunday, this Battlesnake Sunday as it is. So yeah, Battlesnake. Today we're going to be doing some Battlesnake Sunday, and I think we're going to be starting a new project that I'm going to call Snake GPT for the moment, because I like that title. So what we're going to work on today is I've been reading some of Simon Willison's blog, and today I learned stuff, and one of the things that he's been doing is doing a lot of ChatGPT or other large language model stuff, and this was I think there was another post that I read of his that was very similar to this, but the idea basically being that hey, Backward Spy, thank you for the resub. 5 months now, thank you so much. So the idea on this post is that you can kind of train a large language model, ChatGPT, to use some different commands, and then you can feed the answers of those commands back to it to let it research. And I want to do something like that for Battlesnake. We're not going to do exactly what this is doing for the first part. We're not going to do the react pattern, the reason and act pattern. We're going to do something similar. So I'm excited for it. It's some different stuff for me, and I think it'll be fun. So the idea here is that we're gonna do a two-phase kind of thing here. So let's just open a new repo so I can have a README to type in or something. New repo. Snake GPT. Chatbot for Battlesnake. So maybe this could be a Discord bot or something like that at the end of the day, but we'll get there eventually. We're gonna start off pretty simple. Let's see, git ignore. We're gonna do Rust today. And let's just Apache license this. Or actually, do I want to license this at the moment? I might not license this at the moment. Just because I'm not positive if I'm gonna want this code to be licensed, and I don't want to make that decision right now. So we're gonna choose none for the license. Can I just do is there an all rights reserved license? That would be interesting. No. That's okay. None license it is. Awesome. Let's clone this. The only reason I'm not 100% sure about the license is I don't know how I'm gonna want to use this at the end of the day. I'm gonna call this Snake GPT like we saw, but I think we're gonna write it so that it's not actually very specific for Battlesnake, and it can just kind of slurp up any repo of Markdown is kind of, I think, what I'm thinking. And we'll go from there. This looks weird. My colors are wrong in that terminal. Yeah, that's looking much better. I think I had a tmux and a tmux kind of thing going on, and I think that's why my YubiKey SSH wasn't working. I liked what I did last stream. We're gonna move the YubiKey to a slightly easier USB spot. Much better. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we got our Snake GPT. Open up our README. Oh, gotta open the file. Code. Okay, kind of want it to open in the code editor I'm in, but maybe I'll learn to do that eventually. Okay, README. Thoughts. Let's just write down some ideas here. We want to build a chatbot that can answer arbitrary questions related to Battlesnake. We want it to be able to answer questions about different strategies, the rules, and also about the current results and top snakes. Yeah, we might leave off that last bit, the current results and top snakes, until the last bit here, and I think we'll get into why in a second. So the data flow or the architecture of this is going to be in two pieces. We're going to do a semantic search, I think. First, we will take the user's query and perform a semantic search based on it, and find potentially really relevant content from the Battlesnake docs, plus other sources maybe. And then we'll just, like, this is gonna be pretty easy. And then we're gonna go with, like, ChatGPT. We will make a prompt using the above information as context with the user's full query included. ChatGPT will be responsible for taking the context and question and forming a result. So that's what we're gonna do. That's basically the idea here. We're gonna play with all these things. For the semantic search, we will probably use, actually we're just going to, we will use the OpenAI embeddings API to power the text to vector like conversion transformation. Then we will use SQLite and this thing, this SQLite vector similarity search plugin. Put that in that. Throw these over here. I don't think we do. I think we just do that. Let's make it lowercase too. Reverse link syntax. Oh no. Chain surrender that to that. Perfect. Okay. So that's the basic idea. We're going to do open APIs for the power to text to vector transformation. We're going to store that in SQLite using SQLite vector and SQLite VSS. And then we'll use that semantic search to power a prompt that we will feed to ChatGPT. So this is our goal. This is what we're gonna do. So let's just get started. Sketch out a README. Okay. Cargo workspace create. Is that a thing I can do? Workspaces create. Path. Could not find cargo toml. Yeah. Okay. So that's obviously not what I wanted. Yeah. Create path for a crate relative to the workspace. So that's not what I want. What do you have here? An it. Yay! Awesome. So now I can do create with I don't know, so I always do workspaces so I can have multiple packages here. And so what do I want to do first? Let's just start with a let's just go with Snake GPT. We'll just create the whole thing for now. It's going to be a binary, newest edition. I have to add it to this, which is so silly. Like, I don't know why you can't just do this for me. Okay, cargo run. Awesome. Okay, so in our Snake GPT, we've got a main that does nothing. Love it. Okay. Initial workspace setup. Much nicer to not reach very far to hit that power button, or YubiKey button, not power. I'm actually going to, I just remembered that I have an iced coffee in the fridge that I would like, so I'm gonna go grab that and I'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I have to unwrap my iced coffee now, so give me just a sec. Okay. Okay, awesome. So, we've got this, and I've pulled up the Open AI documentation for embeddings. Embeddings are what we're gonna do first. So, the first half is going to be taking the Battlesnake doc site, this repo, and running it through the embeddings API, basically, so that we can build a search thing. So how to get embeddings. To get embeddings, you send a text string to the embedding API endpoint along with the model number. I think we're going to always use this text embedding model. The response will contain an embedding, which you can extract, save, and use. So like if we send a request, we're going to have to get my token. I'll probably have to go to secret mode in a few minutes for that, but that'll be okay. We're just going to give it our input string and our model, and it's going to give us an array like this. And it's going to tell us how many tokens we used, which will be fun for just accounting. And that'll basically be it. So we have different embedding models. There's the V1 and the V2. The V2 is basically the only one we're going to use here. They recommend using it for nearly all cases. It's better, cheaper, and simpler to use. Yay! Usage is price per token input, or about 3,000 pages per dollar. Wow, okay, so that should be pretty cheap here. And the output dimensions that big, cool, okay, awesome. So use cases, you can get the embeddings. Get embedding. Okay, so that's interesting. They're replacing new lines with spaces, which is cool. We can totally do that. Wouldn't have known to. So then they're just using this API to grab the embeddings out. Awesome. Okay, cool. So then if you do like a text search, we could sort the values and find a newest one, and that's what the SQLite stuff is going to do for us. So we're going to focus on getting some embeddings from the OpenAI API. OpenAI Open API. So I want to see if they have an Open API spec. They do. Woohoo. Contains an Open API specification for the OpenAI API as well as scripts to generate it. Cool. So I'm just going to want to steal this file. Because another thing that we're going to do here is we're going to use another project that I haven't worked on in a little bit. Been a few weeks. It is been a little while. This one, OpenAPI Gen. The idea being is if you have an OpenAPI file like this, and actually does this have embeddings? Because it would be hilarious if it didn't. Yes, it does. Awesome. From this, I'm going to be able to create a Rust structs kind of automatically and just be able to use this, or that's the idea. So we will try that. So we're gonna download the raw file here, and let's go and let's make a new module for this. Mod OpenAI, that at the end. Make a new file for it. Oh, actually, I didn't want to make this file. I wanted to do... Actually, no, we can do it this way. And then I think what I want is like mod API. This one is gonna go in the file. Oh, wait, no, again, I didn't want this. Like, it does go in here. Let's just delete the whole directory. Move to trash. Delete permanently. Why won't you delete this whole file? Yep. RM, RF, source. Oh, Snake GPT, source. That. There we go. Okay. This needs a file right here. Yep, awesome. Now I can take this thing and drag it to here. What's the license on this thing? It doesn't have a license. Wow, it's pretty long. And like, should I? Yeah, I should. I should do this. Oh, actually, there's the Open API. This one, the directory. Does this have this one in it? Because if so, it might be better to grab it from theirs. Because this has the... Perfect. Yeah, it has the format from theirs in it. So this just has extra information, and it shouldn't be missing things. It should just have extra stuff. And I think this has a license. Creative Commons 0 Universal. Waives copyright interest in the work you've created and dedicated to worldwide public domain. Nice. Awesome. CC0 is very similar to the unlicensed. Awesome, so we can just use this. The nice-ish thing about this one is it has the source of it. And like in the things here. So again, I know where it comes from a little bit. And let's remove their YAML. We're gonna do a different, we're gonna throw this other YAML in. This one, and let's get rid of that. Awesome. Okay, so CD to Snake GPT, cargo add. Oh, I'm gonna have to add this as a Git dependency, I believe, because... can I just like add it like that? Nope. Wouldn't that have been cool? Open API gen GitHub. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, cool. Almost. It's just Git, not GitHub. Dang it. I thought that was gonna work. It's fine though. The crate Open API gen, is that not the name of the thing? I think I want macro, right? Yeah, I definitely want the macro. There we go. Awesome. Okay, we have the macro. Now I can go in here, and I actually don't know how to use it. I forgot. What does it look like? Cool. We do something like this. Open API gen macro API bang, and then we just pass it path equals open API dot YAML name equals open AI. Macros that expand to items must be delimited with brace. What? Or followed by a semicolon. It's followed by a semicolon. File not found. Okay. Is it relative to that? Source slash open AI slash. Ooh, okay, so I just can't parse this file, which means we might skip using this crate for the moment if it's not gonna parse. Yep, that seems like we're gonna... wonder what's blowing this up. Don't know though, so I think we're just gonna not use the OpenAPI file here, which is okay. I don't didn't need it. I just thought it would be nice to use it if we could. Like I do want to come back to it, but we'll just remove it for now. Okay, let's see here. Let's remove some of this stuff now, because I added too many files that I just don't need. Okay, so let's just make a open AI. Let's see what we want to do here. Let's make a struct called client. And it's gonna have the no, let's just like make this, let's call this the config. And it's gonna have the API key, which is a string. Okay, and then let's do impl on our config. Let's not actually, I don't actually want to do a new, let's do a from env that doesn't take anything and returns some results. Cargo add might, this is my new favorite error handler. Features fancy. Fancy. Does that return on all of them? Yeah, it does. Awesome. Okay. Use might result. Okay, so this can return a result of self now. Awesome. Okay, let API key equals boop. Into that, I have to import diagnostics. Diagnostic and into diagnostic. I'm not sure if I need either of those, but I think I want that. Perfect. Okay, self of API key. Love it. Don't need, oops. Just don't need diagnostic. We need into diagnostic. This is gonna be public to the crate. And this will be public to the crate. Okay, awesome. So now we can do open let config equals config from in here dot from m dot unwrap. This actually can just return a result of empty tuple. This result can come from might. Use my result. Oh yeah, it just doesn't do that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Unused variable config. Yes, I know. Debug. Config. We don't want to unwrap this here. We want to just do that. Oh, this doesn't implement debug. It should. Derive debug and clone. And cargo run. It's gonna blow up because I don't have this API key set. Nice. Would be cool if it knew what environment variable. Dot wrap error. Could not find OpenAI API. Now we should get a nice error message. Could not find OpenAI API key. Envar. Could not find OpenAI API key envar. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so now I need to get an OpenAI API key, and I will drop that in a dot file. But I'm gonna go in secrets mode really quick so I can hop into the UI, grab my key, and everything like that. Secrets. Let's wait for my screen over here to update. There we go. Okay, now I'm confident that I'm not going to give everyone my secrets. Okay, let's go to the login thingy here. OpenAI login. Funny that I can't just find this page. API keys, that's all I was looking for. Logging in. Awesome. Okay, January. Okay, those ones are old. Let's make a new key. Copy this key. New file and varc, I think is what we're gonna do. Export open AI API key equals that. Save this. Allow the file. Close my envarc. Add it to the git ignore. Envarc s. Okay. And back out of secret mode. You can see that I have an envarc file and it's git ignored. I'm not going to show it to you because it has my secrets in it now. Oh, and I actually want to not debug the whole thing because that would put the thing on screen. And I definitely don't want that. So I think I'm going to say that we're good enough there. I don't need to print it out for you. I'm actually... Oops. That's fine. This doesn't have the full ones. Rust debug hide field. I think I have to use something else. There's like this one. Rust derivative, which isn't super duper maintained, but it might be all we really need. But I guess if the only thing it has is the API key, it doesn't really need a debug if I don't want to see the API key. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. So what do I want to do with this? Let's just make an embedding. Okay, so from our config, let's see. I think I just want to use request. It's just easy. It'll work for me. Okay, so let's do cargo add request. And what features do I want? I think I just want... Oh, well, I don't want default TLS. I'm gonna want native TLS. Oh, wait, does default TLS use... Okay, cool. I think I might use the right thing now. This means... Okay, so no. I want to do a different one. I want native TLS. Wait, provided by native. I want this one. I think I just want this. And I probably want JSON. Multiply stream, socks, trust DNS, JSON, gzip. Gzip might be the only thing other one I actually want. Awesome. Okay, so cool. So we can make a client. Okay, so then let's do a public create function client. Takes a reference to self and it does not return one of those. It returns a request client. Awesome. Let clients equals request client builder user agent build app error could not build request client. Well, love that. Okay. But let's get a builder. I do like sending user agent. That's very nice. Ooh. That's much better. Let's just throw that over here. App user agent. Love that. App user agent. Look at that. Okay. Default headers. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So let's make a headers map. Headers. Qualify that. Qualify there. Okay, and what is the header? that was in the embeddings page that I lost, question mark? Open AI embeddings. Let's go to their page. Nice. Okay. The header. I need to find where the header goes. Which header it is. It's just authorization. Of course it is. There's got to be a helpful thing for that, right? Okay, so these ones are just gonna be all of these, but if I like look at a header map, there's gotta be something special for authorization, right? There might not be. Authorization. Yeah, so we just have an authorization head. Authorization. Yeah, okay. So we will do authorization. Awesome. And header value from static. It's not really gonna be from static. Request auth header. Request auth header. Rust. You're missing the space after. Oh, okay. Wow, it's just that. So I think I want to do format bang of bearer and self.api key. Parse. No, it's just what I can probably just do into here. Format returns a string. What if we just let it do that? Let value equals this. Oh, well, actually, what is it? What did it want to do here? Well, that's fine, Copilot. Figure it out for me. Value. Request header value from string, but that's not what I want. Like, I don't want just that. Header value. From name, from static, from string. Is sensitive, set sensitive. Okay, so let's just make this that first, and then let value equals header value from string dot set sensitive. Wrap error. Yes, and then here dot is sensitive, set sensitive. Hey, Free Thrill, how is it going? Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the first time chat. We are working on. Oh, okay. We are working on what I'm calling Snake GPT for the moment. The idea is like kind of a chatbot that can answer questions about Battlesnake. So we're gonna build that via a little search engine for it. Basically, you're using the OpenAI embeddings to find strings that look like other strings. And then we're gonna use those search results to build a prompt that will feed into ChatGPT to try to help give some context to it to answer people's questions. I've heard some people online having relative success with something like this, and it sounded really fun. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so let's get our value. This is our header map. So right now we are just working on making some API calls to the OpenAPI API for getting like the embeddings and stuff. Awesome. Okay, so we're just building our client. We make some headers. We set the bearer token as the authorization from our API key. And we return this client object. Awesome. What do you think, Bree Thrill? Is this a fun idea to work on? I'm having fun, so I guess that's all that matters. Okay, so we got a client. Yes, okay, I like it. I like to hear it. Okay, so we have a thing to make a client. Does OpenAPI have an endpoint that I can hit just to be like, hey, I'm here? Will this be public to anyone? So like to use it, probably. Like I want to make like a site, or will like the end goal might be a Discord bot that you could just like use in the Battlesnake Discord. The code, I made a public repo. It doesn't have a license yet because I'm not 100% sure if I want to fully open source it. I'm having this sneaking thought in the back of my head that it could be cool to sell this as a service, potentially. Not for Battlesnake, just the idea in general could be a fun service. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna like open source the actual code, but the repo's open and I haven't pushed to it yet. You'll definitely be able to play with it though, as long as I have something to play with. And you know, I got the ideas of what I'm doing will be open regardless because I'm making it on stream. We will see whether the code actually ends up being open sourced. There's not a really good reason not to, because I don't really think the code's what would be exciting anyways. Would be the execution. I'm usually pretty okay with just open sourcing code for the most part, so I'm probably not concerned about it. But I'm also just kind of chatting while I look for... I just wanted an endpoint that I could hit that like was just like a, hey, I'm here. But like none of these API endpoints are just like a nice, easy API endpoint. They're all kind of really doing things. So let's just do it. We're just gonna do an embedding. So we need to post with this JSON. So let's make this a struct. So OpenAI, do I want an embeddings thing? I don't know. Mod embeddings. Nah. So one cool thing about Rust Analyzer is if I just take this JSON and put it in, it can make a struct for me. This is going to be embeddings, like request, or like, yeah, let's call it request. Cool, it has an input and a model. The model's actually going to be, yep, except we're never going to choose a model. So we're going to do const embedding default model. It's close to ADA. We want the full text embedding ADA 2. Okay, that, and then this like doesn't even really need, like this can just be an static string, and the model here can always just be embedding default model. Nice. Never used, never used, never used. Pub crate. Yep, pub crate, awesome. Okay, so now we have a thing where I think I can just go over here and like do let client equal config.client, let request equal that, let response equal client dot post to a URL. And then I think I want to do like body of request dot send. Yes, this needs to be like JSONable, derive, serialize, cargo, add Saturday, Saturday with derive. Forget that derive's not just like standard. Okay. There we go. Import it. Okay, cargo run. Compiling all the stuff. What does cargo add do? So cargo add is an easier way to add things to my cargo.toml file. So I could have just gone in and added Saturday at the latest version and given it the features array. but I can also just do cargo add from the console, and it'll do that for me. I think this is available in newer versions of Cargo. It used to be a separate plugin called Cargo Edit that lets you do cargo add and cargo edit things, but I believe it is now built into Cargo. If not, check out Cargo Edit. Oh, cool. So now we have async things, and I am not async yet. So let's do another cargo add. Cargo add, Tokyo, features full. I could think about what parts of Tokyo I want. Features full, but I would rather not and just get everything. Now I can make my main a Tokyo main. And that means it can be an async function now, and since it's an async function, I can do this. Something else is very wrong here. Async function main. I think that's the right way to do that. Async function main of a result. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I think that if we send, we want to do an await right there. Cool. Okay, so this still needs to be, I think maybe I want, like, can I just do like a JSON of this or something? A request post JSON. Request Rust. Text body form. Oh, there's just a JSON method. Got it. Undo, undo, undo. JSON. There we go. Okay. Into diagnostic. Awesome. Okay. Debug out our response. Let's see if we can make some requests to the API. Cargo run. Okay, we're compiling. Look at that. Good. It did not send my header back, which is good. I shouldn't have. Status 401. 401. Doesn't that mean not authorized? Unauthorized. It does mean unauthorized. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. It doesn't really have much information. It just says 401. Okay. I'm gonna go into secrets mode for just a second to make sure my environment variables are all set nicely. Okay, that's definitely set. Okay, so I'm gonna stay here for just a second and debug my client, my config in Rust code. Just to make sure the API key is there. That looks like the API key. Okay, that's weird. And we don't. Haha, okay. Found it. Let's switch back to not secrets mode. Okay. 1 second. Let me make sure it works. There we go. Okay. So I made headers, right? Like we made this headers thing, but we never gave it to client. Default headers of headers. And now actually I can go back here. Let's clear this before I forget. Oh, and I had a debug of config here, but I removed it already. Okay. There we go. Now we got a 200 response. And oh yeah, this doesn't tell us the body yet because you have to await on the body separately, which is reasonable, and we can do that, but that's just why we don't have it here. So let response body equals response dot JSON dot await into diagnostic. Perfect. We actually really don't even need to debug it here anymore. Debug response body. This let binding has unit value. Oh, that's not what I wanted. JSON returns a result. Wait, what? Oh, JSON of something. Okay. JSON of, can I just do cargo add Saturday JSON, and then this can be a Saturday JSON value. I will type this response in a second, but for the moment I didn't want to. I just wanted to see the full JSON, which, yay, look at that. We have the full embedding, which is just this big old array of floats. And then we have like the extra stuff like model object usage and all of the embeddings inside. Awesome. Okay, so let's get a something like this. This is our response back. So let's make this a struct. Okay, so this is the, okay, which one was the outer? Struct one, I guess. Data model object usage. Data model object usage. Okay, so this is the embedding response. This is the embedding data. Or is this just the embedding? Embedding data. I think embedding data seems reasonable there. And then usage. This is just the embedding usage. Awesome. I love that it put the serialize, deserialize everything on it for me. So now this can just be an embedding response. Oh, it's over here. JSON for an embedding response. That then needs to be a pub crate. Okay. Oh, come on. Embedding response. Come on. Public crate embedding. Oh. Gotta put it on all of these. There we go. It doesn't implement debug. It can implement debug. It can also implement clone like that. I like it. Debug clone. Debug clone. Okay. Cargo run. Same thing. We just have this whole big embedding and we've got our usages. Awesome. Object is a list. Cool, cool, cool. This is looking great. Okay. Let's make a function for this. Let's actually probably make a module for embeddings altogether. Mod embeddings. Create that file. Let's just copy most of the embedding stuff to that file, I think. So this stuff definitely goes into the new file. Config doesn't need to... Oh, okay, cool. So this is just what goes in here. Get all of my imports. Awesome. Okay. Embedding default model. Yep, that is good. Let's just put it up at the top. This is where my user agent... Actually, no, app user agent can go there. That's pretty fine. OpenAI embeddings is public to the crate. So now I can just tell it off. This file does not belong. It's fine. Embedding request from there. Embedding response from there. That does not come from there. Awesome. Okay. Still runnable? Yep. Awesome. Okay. Let's make a function that just does all of this basically. Um, public to the crate function. Or actually, let's make this. How do I want to do this? Impl client. Oh yeah, I don't actually have a client. My client method returns a request client. From my config, I can call client. That just gives me a request client. I think I want a different thing there. Like public to the create struct called client that just has one of those. And then this client shouldn't return that. It should do this, and this is just a client of client. And except I don't actually want this to be a... it can just be the style. It doesn't need to be named. It can just be client with request.client. I like that. Main here then, this would need to be that, but that's not public. We can make that public really quick, just so that it will compile still. Awesome. But that's not really what I want to do either. In this, I want to do like impl for client. And then there's like a public create async function embeddings, which takes a thing and returns you one of those. Love it. Use might. Yep, both of those. Into diagnostic, love it. This is embeddings, is never used. Response. So I can just do this. Response body. Let's let response body equals client dot embeddings. And cargo run. Awesome. Same result. Okay, GCA tech m get an API, get a client stood up that can make embedding calls to OpenAI. Nothing super exciting. Okay, I need to run to the bathroom, so I will be back in like 2 or 3 minutes, team. Thank you for hanging out, or please hang out. I'll be back in a sec. Hey team, I'm back. Thanks for hanging out with me, or hanging out while I was gone for a second. Okay, so we have a nice little main now. We can get our client from a config, and then from our client, we can just call embeddings. Embeddings actually takes an embedding request, but like, what if it didn't? Yeah, because I want to be able to pass this a string. I should be able to pass this a string. So we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna do, this is going to take, okay, let's do it. Sorry. Request is going to impl into an embedding request. And then let request, which is going to be an embedding request, be request.into. There we go. This should still run the same because anything implements into itself. But now we can do something cool. I can impl into embedding request for impl for string. Actually, let's do this. Impl t into embedding for t where t is into string. Haha. Type modernity must be covered by another type when it appears. Implementing a foreign trait is only possible if at least, oh yeah, I don't own any of these. So I could make an into embedding request instead of using into here. That would solve my problem. So I could do into embedding request, where we have a trait into embedding request, that takes self and returns an embedding request. And now we implement that for anything that can take a string. And now the trait bound string convert from that is not satisfied. Oh yeah, cool. There's another impl that I need over here in embeddings. Impl into for this return self. There we go. So if you already have an embedding request, you can just call into and return yourself. That should make my main work. It didn't. Oh, okay. This was declared as private. Pub create. Awesome. Okay, so now in my main, I'm allowed to make an embedding thing, but I don't need to. Boop. Anything that can be made into a string can now be given to embedding directly. Love it. Okay. Some fun with traits. That was fun. I like that. It's just nice to not have to make the thing. I can just pass it a string, it does all the crap for me, and then I get, what do I get back? An embedding response. Awesome. Okay. So now I think the next thing is to like start saving this, and I think I want to use the SQLite stuff that I glanced at the beginning for that. So let's take a look at this. So it's two things that go really closely together. So there's SQLite vector, and this is like technically I think the thing that lets me store the vectors in SQLite, and then there's SQLite VSS, which is the similarity search. So has a similar API to the full text search extension. Use the module to create virtual tables that can effectively store and query your vectors. So I think what I need to do, like I'll do this. Well, and then this would confirm it works. And then I can create a virtual table. And then I can do insertions against it. And then I can query for similar rows. And that's basically, I think, it. So So the releases page contains pre-built binaries for Linux and Mac x86, but I'm not running x86, so I might need to either build from source, which I'm not positive how that will go, or get different, or like work in a VM or something, which is definitely possible. Not something I usually do here, but like could figure that out. Yeah, okay, we might actually need to do that because it doesn't look like the releases are gonna have a version that runs on my machine. So there is a make file here. But I don't have any idea whether it's gonna work. Dataset release, test, Python release, loadable release, yep. So could just try it out and see what happens. Or like Rust vector db local file. Like I just want something that can just like well this is so like Rust Lite will like let me do SQLite things. That might be like the easiest way to open a SQLite database and just issue connections on it. But that doesn't really help me answer the question I was looking for, because it's all about oh, I see. This is just part of that cookbook. Interesting. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, this is the ergonomic wrapper for SQLite in Rust. Awesome. Okay. Bundled causes to automatically compile and link an up-to-date version of SQLite for you. This avoids many common build issues and avoids depending on the version of SQLite. That said, it's not ideal for all scenarios, and in particular, generic libraries built around this should probably not enable it, which is why it's not a default feature. It could become hard to disable. Oh, okay, that's fine. So that's not really at all what we're gonna mess with. Just trying to see if it's gonna be easy. Okay, so I think I'm gonna probably need to like try to compile these extensions if I want to do it. So I guess let's give that a shot. Clone this. CD into SQLite vector and like just it was make something. It was make loadable release. There's always something before make. It's like make configure and then make. Yeah, didn't really help me too much. How about docs? Is there a building thing here? No, this is how to use it. What about in notes? Nope. Make file, CMake lists. Yeah, I don't know how to build this. I don't know how to do anything with make, to be honest. Dist is up to date. Wait. Okay. Yeah, it didn't actually release anything there. That would have been really cool if that just worked. Does not contain SQLite vendor JSON. Does not contain cmake lists.txt file. Okay. There's this thing. I'll add subdirectory vendor JSON. Yep. Ooh, yeah. What do you do? Cache SQLite build. So do we... Ooh. Configure and make. Yeah. I'm not sure this is gonna work, but... Oh, no configure. What? Oh, that's in vendor SQLite. Got it. Okay. Cache SQLite. Oh, we run get SQLite. Got it. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So I think we're building SQLite now. This is fun. I haven't done this much compiling by hand in a while. Then we just do make loadable release. Okay, yeah, this might be not too bad. Okay. See how long it takes to build. Hopefully not too long. Rust vector db. Yeah, Pinecone. This one was one I actually was at the New York City meetup that is being talked about here. I'm like right over here, I think. But I don't think Pinecone is open source or anything like that. It's a managed one, which is totally fine. It's just not what I want to use for this. So we're going to use, I think we're still just going to use our SQLite stuff because I really want to just have a SQLite file that I can throw around. It's going to be really nice. So yeah, let's just stick with that, I think. Oh, okay, so, quadrant, yeah, so like text search, this is like exactly what it's built for. But like, here's the thing, yeah, it like is a database. I want SQLite. I just want a file, not a whole database server. Oof, okay, I think I can go configure. Oh, nope, that wasn't right. Do I still have this open or did I lose it? Apparently I lost it. This one from config. Oh, it's this. It's make loadable release from outside. No, really thought that one was gonna work. Vendor JSON. But like, I don't see anything about JSON anywhere here. So like workflows release test. Why don't I get anything about JSON here? Oh, is there like a submodule? Do I have to like fetch submodules? Git fetch submodules. I've never done submodules before. How do I get all the submodules? Cloning a project with submodules. Status, I guess? Git submodule update. Didn't do anything. Working on a project. We fetch. Huh. It looks like it's already fetched. SQLite vector. Okay, so like then what's going on then? Yeah, like that's not there. Okay. Working on a submodule. How do I like fetch a submodule? Git fetch submodule. Clone recursive. There we go. And after all the submodules, I should be able to make loadable release. Wow, okay. We got a dilib. Dist release factor 0 dilib. Okay. And now I want to do the next one. Let's just keep running, right? Why stop now? Clone. SQLite VSS. I don't know if we're gonna have submodules here, but we should find out. Yes, we do. Oh, SQLite vector. Interesting. Huh. Okay, that's fine. Just didn't think about that. Let's figure out what you do for release here. So I think we want to go to CD vendor. This is looking very similar to the last one. Get SQLite. Nice. And now from CD SQLite, we will run configure and make. Okay. CMake and libcomp. Okay, just gonna ignore that. Do. Cool. Just waiting on things to compile here. I haven't done this before, so this is fun. I think we'll basically take these two files and copy them to like a vendor folder or something. I think we'll probably ignore it. We'll see, like, because it's gonna be like computer specific. Like this is the ARM OS X one. That's why I have to do this. So like we're just gonna see what's going on. Oh, that was the one in vendor. Now I want make loadable release. Ooh, okay, this one's the big one. It's fine, just interesting. And this, okay, just warnings. This could be slower on my computer than on x86 because it looks like it's using AVX2, which is a SIMD, single instruction multiple directive, I think, thing for like speed. So you need like multiple multiplications at once and stuff. And I don't know, like I don't believe I have AVX because that's, I think, just an x86 thing. There are other SIMD things on my on the ARM machine here, but unknown whether this implementation is going to take advantage of those. It's like fine, it should work without simmed. It just will maybe not be as fast. And I will, like, you know, I can definitely deploy this on an x86 box at the end of the day if that helps. So I think it's okay. And if I do an x86 box, then I can just download the pre-released binaries, I think, and not have to build myself too, which would be a little easier potentially. Taking some time here. I actually thought this was going to be a lot faster. The one for the first one, the first plugin, was really, really quick to do this. So I was expecting this to be faster. Not a big deal though. Um, 94, we're getting close. 96, 97, 98, 100. Oh no. Oh, my vendor. Oh my gosh, wait. Recursive. Wow, that's amazing. That's unfortunate, but kind of hilarious. There are just so many things that... Oh. Cool. That was way faster than I thought then. Nice, I didn't have to redo everything. Love it. Just release. Oh, and they're both here. Oh, so much better. Okay, so I actually didn't need to do both. I could have just done SQLite VSS, and it gives me both of these. Awesome. Okay. So I think I want to do copy from dist release both of those and put them in Snake GPT vendor. I guess just like, let's just put it here. That's fair. File didn't exist, or directory didn't exist. Awesome. Okay. So now awesome. Okay, we have our vendor folder. Let's get this get ignored. Nice. Okay, the vendor folder is get ignored. I think we're ready to get some Rust SQLite happening. Let's just do bundled because I think it'll be fine. Cargo, let's cd to Snake GPT. Cargo, add this. Oops, nope. It's Rust. It's this Rust SQLite features bundled. Awesome. Okay. And what I really want to do is this VSS SQLite VSS this. Okay. So that's all of that. I love it. That's just not what I want to do right now. So now I want to do some stuff with this. Open in memory, yeah, that'll work. And then we just want to create some. Okay. Let's import that. Okay. Add some into diagnostic calls. Into diagnostic. Into diagnostic. Awesome. Okay. Except, yeah, that's fine. Actually, let's just do execute version. Um, connection to prepare query map. What is execute? Like, does execute return something to me? A result of a usize. Returns the number of rows changed. Okay, so what if I do? Was there something else? Connection dot. Execute batch is ready. Prepare query row. How about query row? You can do a prepare, and this is query map. That's so interesting. Rams is nothing, and then this is like, is this like the result? I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's just debug the row. It's fine. Expected result of something found that. Okay, I'm just not even sure what the types of this are. Unused result. So like, what's the let response equals that? What is, like, what are you? Oh, you're just nothing. Yeah, okay. That's fine then. Yeah, let's just run this though, because let's see what happens. This should just, like, in memory SQLite. Okay, syntax error at version. SQL error or missing database. Okay, that's fine though. SQLite version. Isn't that a thing that I can do though? Version function. SQLite version. Oh, okay. Oh, I need select. Yes, okay, we have a SQLite. Okay, now can I load my things? So now I just want, like, connection to execute. That's fine with me. And then I want to do some of these loads. SQLite load plugin extension. Yeah. From the command line shell, you can do that. Load extension. Load extension. Out of the shared library named X using the entry point Y. Oh, okay, so there is both versions. Okay, so I should just be able to go load extension. Yeah, okay, so load extension, and this should, like, break then, right? Yeah, awesome. SQLite load extension example. I don't want to use this one, I want to use the other one. It is recommended that method be used to enable only this interface. This will disable and prevent SQL injections from giving attackers access to load. Oh, well, that is fair. Extension loading must be enabled using this or this prior to calling this otherwise an error will be returned. Okay, well, reasonable. Must be enabled in SQLite Pragma IRC. Okay, yep. Select, yeah, okay, so I do want to select it. And it's something like dot slash vendor slash vector 0. Okay. So that probably needs like some quotes around it or something. Yeah. Not authorized. Okay. SQLite turn on extensions, and I guess I want Rustquelite. Ugh, I don't even know how to spell that. Load extensions. Oh. Allows load. Okay, that's all I needed. That was easy. Oh, and then I can call. Wait, then there's a load load extension. Hell yes. Okay. This has a new feature called load extension. And so I want to do something like this. Load extension returns a result into diagnostic. Ooh, it's unsafe. Okay. For safety. Oh, wait. We fully trust the load extension and execute no untrusted SQL while extension loading is enabled. Oh, okay. Into diagnostic. Okay, so this, to be safe, we just like do it for a second and then we turn it off. Into diagnostic. Yay, awesome. Okay, load my extension. So this would then be load my extension. That one probably doesn't need into diagnostic, it just is a diagnostic already. Okay, load my extension. Please wait, what? Seg fault 395. 341. Yeah, so that's bigger than that. Uh-oh. Segmentation fault's not fun. Please, okay. What? Let's go to like your repo and search for please. Nope. Okay. Please. Haha. Okay. Well, this is that. Oh, okay. So I'm not using the right version of SQLite because like I have a compiled thing. Okay, so what if I get rid of bundled from here? Oh, okay. Undefined symbol for architecture ARM64. Interesting. SQLite undefined symbols for architecture. SQLite enable load extension. SQLite brew ARM. Like, does this then, like, I should have brew install SQLite. Like, I should already have this, right? Yeah. So if I do bundled, then I can do things, but then I get a save fault trying to load the extension. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And it doesn't, Rust log. Yeah, we just get nothing because it just seg faults like super quickly. But it's not Rust log, it's Rust backtrace. Rust backtrace. Like is it? But it's not that though. It's it is Rust backtrace. Okay, but I don't think this is gonna work because it's just seg faulting. Yeah. Okay, so we might have hit a little more of a roadblock than I was thinking we would. Because it just doesn't seem to work on this. And I could figure out how to do a VM here, but that seems a bit interesting too, right? And not necessarily what I was planning on doing. And it definitely seems like it's because I have different versions of things. So this, and then vendor has a SQLite. So like, how do I, like, does this then have a this? Like, did this make it? LS, like, what are you? Vendor SQLite 3. Yeah, that's an executable. Okay. Can I use this? How do I use a specific version of SQLite? Note on building it. Yeah. When linking against library already on your system, so not using the bundled, you can set this environment variable to point to a directory containing the library. Okay. So let's get rid of the bundled feature. Export this equals like print working directory / vendor / SQLite. And then if we echo the directory, okay. Snake GPT, let's just do it from here. I'm not sure if that matters. Cargo run. Okay. So does load extension does SQLite load extension just not work in ARM? SQLite load extension Mac M1. Uh-huh. The SQLite command, it has been compiled without the ability to load new extensions. Great. If you use Homebrew, this will install a model, but it won't link it to your path. Oh, okay, so first of all, which SQLite 3? User bin. Okay. Download the dilib files using wget. Yeah, so I guess I could do that, right? Like, let's just try it without the wrapping. That's a good idea. SQLite. Just was really forgetting what I wanted there. Okay. SQLite 3. Okay. It was and it doesn't have emit load extensions. Okay. It does have that in this version. Brew list SQLite 3. Yeah, so opt homebrew seller SQLite bin SQLite 3. Then I can do this. This one doesn't have that. Okay, so yep. Dot load dot load, and then it's in like dist slash vector 0. Tried that no such file or directory. Dist. Okay, so cd to dist release. Oh. Okay, so that does load nicely. If I give it that SQLite, okay. Okay, so what I really want to do here is now this one. So opt homebrew seller no SQLite bin. And then now I can go to Snake GPT and cargo build. Um, symbols not found. SQLite load. So SQLite C Mac OS. Like, I think I need some extra things. Maybe Pro. Like, I would need like the C libraries for it. Yep. Yep. Okay. That doesn't really give me any information. So like, it's this Rust thing. Rust. M1 Mac extension. Yeah, I definitely wanted to have this in there. Okay, that one didn't help me a ton. Well, now this method's not going to exist, right? Like, it just doesn't know about load extension stuff. That's interesting. M1. Arm, yeah. Unfortunately, SQLite extension redefines a bunch of normal SQL messages to call through the provided API pointers, which is done. Well, this is old, so I don't think this is super duper true. Okay. So is it just this that I'm having trouble with? I'm trying to figure out if I'm having trouble with just the Rust side or the SQLite side. It feels like it's with the Rust side, because like SQLite, I was able to open a SQLite database, load my extension. SQLite vector. Yeah, okay, and now that if I have SQLite vector loaded, I should be able to do... Oh, does this one not have a versions? But I should be able to do this. This should work fine. But that doesn't seem to like return anything to me. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Vector to blob, vector length. Yeah, okay. Let's do that vector length instead of vector to blob. Just checking some stuff out. Vector length. Nice. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so like the extensions work. I just don't know how to load them in Rust SQLite. That's interesting. So like I guess maybe we just don't do this at all. We do something like con execute select load extension slash SQLite dash vectors slash dist slash release slash vector 0. This is nothing dot int diagnostics basically dot unwrap. Okay. Unexpected token. Oh, well, of course that's not right. No such function load extension. SQLite load extension example. No, that definitely is a thing. Load extension. Yeah. For security reasons, this is enabled. It must be enabled by a prior call to this. Yeah. It is recommended that the extension loading be enabled using the SQLite dbconfig enable load extension method. Okay, how does this work? What are you? Loading in order to use either the thing loading using. Yeah. Note that the command line shell program was already enabled locally for you. Yep, okay. So I have it here. Statically linking a runtime. So I do really need SQLX SQLite extensions. No. Is provides, which is the obvious way to do it, but then provides a guard to basically limit the ability to load extensions to a single scope. Yep. I think I would prefer to limit this even further and only allow declaring what extensions to load somewhere else. Sure. The other question is, how do we make this work with macros? If we add extensions to this, we could support it through this. That's fine and all. Oh, cool. Okay. Doesn't say anything about it here, but that's okay. I just want to see how this gets used, I guess. Hmm. Yeah. Extensions. Okay, but like... Okay. Oh, this doesn't even go through Rust QLite. Okay, I didn't realize that. So does that mean I can like... Do I want to use SQLX instead? Not sure about that. It seems like this should be the easier way to do it. Yeah, okay, but like I don't even understand why this is thankful. Like that obviously doesn't work, but this should work. It obviously doesn't. Not found for architecture. So like ARM64. Undefined symbol for architecture ARM64. SQLite enable load extension. But I think that's because it's pointing to a different thing. Okay. Load extension, no, it's probably closer to where bundled exists. That's cool. Like it allows for some things to be in there like that. Bundled, 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 bundled. Okay. Include dir. Directory containing. Okay, so. Include probably. Yeah. Okay. Export. Okay, equals this. Opt, homebrew, seller, SQLite, 3 something, include. Without bundle, with load extension, build. I really thought that one was gonna do it. Yep, that's still pointing there. Oh, that's actually wrong. Dang it. Ah. Linker failed. Yeah. Okay, so OSX SQLite 3 path. Oh, brew. And actually, what if I just add this to it? That would be cool if someone just has an answer for me here. Nope. Okay, I was just really hoping that was gonna point me in the right spot here. Undefined symbol for architecture. Yeah, so it doesn't know about those headers. Can I like do LD preload? SQLite.h. So maybe I can get away with this? Lib. libsqlite. Is that what it is though? Yeah, libsqlite. Okay. LD preload equals opt homebrew seller SQLite that lib, and then is it just lib? No. Lib SQLite dot 30 dilib. Okay. Cargo build. Dang. Wouldn't that have been cool if that just like magicked it to work? Would have been really cool. Cargo clean. Let's try again, just in case. I really didn't think the SQLite extension part of this was gonna be what took us an hour here. I really thought that was gonna be pretty easy. Yeah, we just don't know where the SQLite load extension C code is. Which is weird. I'm still not sure why bundled doesn't work. I guess bundled just doesn't work with what we have here. I got lots of rlibs. Why don't I look? Rlib is different though. Oh, 3.0 and not 3.0. Okay, well let's try that. SQLite 3.dilib. Cargo clean and run again. Do I think it's gonna work? No, but wouldn't it be cool if it did? Yep, symbol not found. Lib SQLite 3.dilib. Lib SQLite 3.so. Yeah, so it just does a different thing. A framework for building extensions. Oh yeah, so this is this thing. This isn't really what I want. With the suffix or that, depending on your system. Yep. SQLite.h rust arm m1. Man. Android arm, yeah. This isn't what I'm getting, though. Like, it's just not the same. Hmm. Don't I have one of these open right now? Oh, am I just not in Tmux? That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Um, yeah, not very helpful. SQLite ARM SQL load extensions. Yeah, like it should work fine. And if we go to like, well, that's fine. SQLite VSS, this is the one that has both. LS vendor, like I guess it's like a guess here, right? Like this has all of the things. Does this have the .h file? This does have the .h file. Oh, LD, I didn't want that. LS. Yep. Okay, so export. Print working directory vendor SQLite. Print working directory / vendor / SQLite. The other export is the lib directory, but it's the same thing. It just says lib directory. Snake GPT. Undefined symbols. So, like, how do I get the linker? OSX Rust linker find .h files. How do I tell it where things are? So like echo C flags, export C flags. I think it's C flags, right? Print working directory. Dashed. SQLite vector VSS equals -I print working directory / vendor / SQLite. No, it just will not find this freaking thing. Rust OSX linker add path. Rust C link search. Is that a thing? So I think I now need to make, like, I think the idea here is I could make a build.rs file. And the only thing the build.rs file needs to do is print a line that looks cd to vendor SQLite pb copy. Okay. CD Snake GPT cargo build. Dang it. Would have been so cool if that just like worked. Paths. So like here's the path. But it's not gonna be on my path, which is fine, right? Like I didn't really want it to be on my path. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's take this. Put it over here and search for SQLite. Oh, that wasn't the full error that I wanted. I want this crap. It's like just not copying this whole thing for me. Copy. Paste. Show more. Perfect, that's fine. And now SQLite. Yeah. It's definitely something about how Rust's light, like the RustQL light thingamabobber. It's definitely this thing's fault. Yeah, I want this load extension thing to work. Load extension. Yep, if entry point is none, we'll allow, yeah, Yeah. And actually, wait. That's interesting though, right? Because if I go here and I delete build, and if I go to my main file, and I don't call this, it's still, oh no, that succeeds to build. Okay. Because this is unused now, I'm imagining. Fair, but it does happen at build time. Yeah, so it's just gotta be that it can't find these things. Yeah, this. Really? That's annoying. Is that all it's gonna take? No, that didn't fix it. Okay, cool. I guess I could reload this. That's also taking way longer than I expected that to. Oh, it built. Oh my gosh. That was it. The linking was all I needed to do, and this thing's gonna build fine. Okay, well, I'm glad I got around that. That's better than nothing. Don't need R there. Perfect. And then this is gonna be VSS0. Cargo run. Sakeful. Okay, one of those loadings breaks everything. That one. Okay, the vector 0 extension must be registered before. Okay, so like we're getting a little closer. But we still just segfault, which isn't great. We're back to this, weren't we? Didn't I get this segfault at one point? Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Load extension enabled, load extension disabled. Okay, so like that's the right thing to do. But now we're getting a segfault. Well, that's not fun. What's going on with our vector 0 here? Okay, I think we're gonna end up having to do stuff on x86 instead. Which means I'll need to make a VM and SSH into it and all that. But I think that might be a later this week or next week issue. See if I want to make a commit here. Yeah, okay. I think I do. I like that it builds now. Oh wait, did it always build with bundled too? Is that what was always happening? Bundled. Oh, okay, so that didn't help at all. Bundled versus not bundled. That gives me a segfault. I was thinking that that was gonna be part of my way around it. It is not. That's unfortunate. Because bundled's just easier, right? Like it's just easier to run it with bundled than not. Let's make sure that cargo clean and then run still does the same thing with bundled. I think it will. I think bundled is gonna work. Besides the segfault, which seems different. Okay, yeah, that seems like, and maybe that's a bug I can report to the vector 0 people, because that seems a little weird. but hard to say. Okay, well, we got a bit done today. I would have liked to get a little more done with the getting stuff saved into SQLite, but we didn't make it there. Oh, hey, look at that! We met the follower goal today. Thank you for the follows, whoever just was the one to push us over the 100 mark there. Thank you very much. I apparently don't have my chat announcements turned on to see your username. But thank you very much for the follow. We made it to 100 finally. It's been a little while going for that. So thank you so much, team. Okay, so let's make a commit here. Try to load the extensions. The loading C stuff works, but the specific vector0 extension gives a seg fault. So that one's a little hard to know what I should do with, because like it's just not in a library I control, and it's a seg fault. Like that's just a little lower, like, you know, there's not much information I get about that seg fault at the moment. So that one will be a little bit harder to work through, I think. But we'll figure it out. I think that is gonna wrap us up for today, though. And actually, 339.5. Ooh, let's try this, actually. I'm very curious. Is that gonna be a different version number? 339.5 versus... No. What if I clean it? We are gonna wrap up here, but then I got distracted, and I wanna figure out if this is gonna change the version number here. No. Yeah, that's a different one. This is 341.2. Interesting. That's also interesting. I don't like that. We're still using a different version. Yeah, that doesn't seem amazing. Brew, unlink, SQLite 3. Okay. Now it goes to this one, SQLite 3. Reload. Yeah, that's dumb. You weren't supposed to do that. Switch SQLite 3. Yep. Yeah, okay, so this is okay. That might be interesting though, because that means we're still using the OSX one. I think 339.5. I don't want to be using that one. I want to be using the homebrew one. So brew, link, SQLite, force. You load that. Actually, let's just open up a new one of you. New. Close the old one. Which SQLite 3? It's that one. Cargo clean. Cargo run. Brew, SQLite, Rust. No, this one's just, it just is gonna say do it. It's not gonna be anything fancy about it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, none of these are giving me the answer I'm looking for at the moment. So you cannot use, yeah, okay. For the target you choose via the target option, yeah, okay. Bundled, adding the NDK directory to the path. I don't really even want it to be on the path though. Like, it's not about being on the path. It's about... Yeah, okay, so it's got to be with Rust. Like, it's got to be related to the Rust. Yeah, this thing. Rusquelite. It's got to be this. Bundled. Bundled. Looks for that library. Yeah. When using bundled, the build script will honor this and that. It will also libsqlite 3 flags. Yeah. And not, you'll need to link against crypto libraries. Oh, those are open SSL libraries. Oh. But the build helpers, by default when using, is to dynamically link. When linking against SQLite already on your system, to request that the library be statically linked instead of dynamically linked. Oh, that's interesting. If you enable the modern SQLite feature, we'll use the bindings we have included with bundled. Bundled full build. Wait, what? Bundled full. Okay. Not sure that's the thing here, but package config for Rust. It's useful to manage these things. Export. Cargo. Clean. And then cargo build. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit on a tangent. Because I don't... Oh, actually, no, it was finding the wrong version number. I forgot. Okay, brew link force. Oh, it's already linked. Okay, cool. New one, close you. Is this gonna work? I'm not feeling confident in it. Oh, it did work. Yeah, 3395. It's still using the wrong version. Because the thing that's in SQLite VSS vendor SQLite ls version makefile readme. I guess I can do this. Okay, yep, 340.1. That's not the version that this is using. Feels like that could be it. Does this have a version that it says it supports? Yep, this is built on this. Doesn't really have any information about that. It does get a specific version. Interesting. It's not bad. I just don't know what to do. Okay, cool. I think we are gonna wrap up here then. I'm getting a seg fault. It's like really, we're pretty close to working, just not quite there yet. And I think once we get this though, we should be able to make a good bit of progress. If we can get past this seg fault, I think we will be doing pretty good. Okay, but I think I am gonna wrap up now. Thank you everyone for hanging out and coming along with me. You know where to find me on the internet. You can find me at CoreyJA.com or github.com/CoreyJA. That has links to my Discord channel if you want to come hang out, and my Twitch where you can find my schedule and all kinds of fun stuff. So I hope to see everyone around the internet, and I'm gonna head out, and I will see everyone later this week. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. I'm back. I didn't leave yet. We're gonna do something different. If we're all... Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't end the stream yet. We're gonna do something slightly different. We're gonna do a raid. We're gonna raid somebody. I want to be better about doing these, and I had forgotten to do it. So let's see if we can find someone who might be a good person to raid. And we'll get a quick raid going. I'm not sure there's that many of us hanging out, but that's okay. Rust. Oh, some Bevy Game Jam. I like that. Ooh, Rust, let's demystify lifetime annotations. Let's do that one.
It's nice for you, Sasha, but I think we do this for the viewers, right?
Yeah.
Two tech guys. I like that. Okay, so let's now pull up this. Two tech guys. And now I want to go to my creator thingamabobber. And let's see if we can figure out the buttons to click. Awesome. We are going to do this. Let's start our raid. And thank you for hanging out, team. And we will see you later. Hopefully you can come and hang out on this raid for a minute. But I will see everyone later. And hopefully to talk to you soon. Thanks, team. Bye. We're raiding.